Spoilers if you haven't played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but that doesn't matter anymore because everybody and their damn mama said fuck Suicide Squad and posted almost every scene from the game on Twitter. After 4 years, we finally have it, the game that people wanted less the more time moved forward. Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League lives up to its title, causing lots of controversy within the Arkham fanbase. I don't like the way the gaming industry is going, especially with live service games. A lot of people who pre-ordered the game were able to play the game 3 days in advance before the day of the release. But here's the thing, nobody was able to play it since the servers were down, and since it was an online game, you can't play it offline, even if you're just trying to play the story mode.
That store work. I can't play the game, but the fucking store works.
Games like Call of Duty are a prime example for what games should try to avoid, especially with Modern Warfare 3 and all the recent COD installments and how they just have all their games connect to Warzone, and I think that's just shitty and just defeats the purpose of releasing a new game if you're just going to connect it to an already established game. That's just stupid, you know? Just make a new game with its own story and its own unique premise, and then that would be way better than just connecting it to a battle royale. People say it's not that bad. They had fun playing with their friends, but if you need friends to enjoy the game, then that's sad. Because like, if it's a game that, you know, follows a campaign and you get bored from the campaign and just rely on the online and playing with your friends, I'm not saying it's bad to play the game and enjoy it with your friends. By all means, do it. That's like that's the whole purpose of playing a video game, is to have fun with your friends. But this game is just whack, so I don't give a fuck. Rocksteady went from exciting story-driven games to now a shitty online service game. Not everything has to be a third-person shooter with a battle pass. Respectfully, fuck them battle passes and microtransactions. I'd rather still play the OG Arkham games. But even though Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is made by the same company that made the previous Arkham games, and even the main heads of the studio left Rocksteady and created a new studio. Deadshot was white for Arkham City and Origins. This game retcons the previous Deadshot in this universe, calling him an imposter, and supposedly this is the original Deadshot. I'm sorry, but whoever came up with this bullshit is a bitch. I don't care that he's black, but I'm not gonna let them pass with this bullshit excuse. If you really wanted to have a black guy on the team, there are so many DC characters that would have been great choices for this game. But instead they race swapped an already established character that existed in this universe for 8 years prior to this game. You could have used Braun Tiger. He could have a cool combat system with claws and kind of like a Wolverine set ability. Bloodsport could have been your gun guy instead of Deadshot. Black Manta could have had a laser ability that loads after you do some damage, which would have been a cool ability to use and would, you know, and would function to their unique abilities. Instead of just following the same gun system that each character has, it derives them from their unique character and combat. If Deadshot wasn't in the previous Arkham games and the Assault on Arkham animated movie, and this was his first appearance in the game, it would have been okay and nobody would care. This could have been your black guy. If only they knew how Green Lantern's powers actually worked. I like this setup and formation of the Justice League. Too bad we couldn't play this game instead. Timeline-wise, after Arkham Knight, when Scarecrow reveals Batman's identity, Batman fakes his death, and Batman continues on as Nightmare Batman, as we've seen at the end of Arkham Knight. He undergoes a depression, and Superman finds Bruce to see how he's doing. He tells him about there being other heroes and asks him about uniting as a team. Bruce agrees and joins, and the Justice League forms and are active for 5 years till now where the game takes place. I'd rather have played as the Justice League instead of the Suicide Squad. It would make more sense from a narrative standpoint. Batman meeting the Justice League at the lowest point of his life is a more interesting story than whatever Kill the Justice League is. They should have shown in the game how Batman joined the Justice League instead of having YouTubers piece together how he joined the Justice League. Every other Justice League member gets absolutely dragged in their death. Flash gets pissed on. Superman's heart is punctured by a kryptonite rock, which would kill him, but it doesn't until like after, which is weird. Kryptonite doesn't affect Superman as it normally does in this game, which is weird because Kryptonite is his weakness. I get that he's brainwashed by Brainiac, but still, it's his weakness. Wonder Woman gets respectfully mourned by the same villains who were just pissing and stripping her friends seconds ago. Game was so ass, not even Aquaman wanted to be in it. I hope at the end of the game it reveals that none of the Justice League were killed and were in Brainiac's ship in pods, but we all know that isn't going to happen. Yeah, I know this game is called Kill the Justice League, so of course they die, but they shouldn't have put it in the Arkhamverse. It feels pointless to finally see Superman, Flash, and all the other League members united to just kill them. That's lame. And for God's sake, please stop with the multiverse bullshit. Don't get me started with this Dollar General, Jared Leto, faggot-ass piece of cringe. I'm sorry, but you're telling me instead of bringing back the GOAT, Mark Hamill, to do one last performance as the clown prince of crime with his bud, Kevin Conroy, in his last performance as Batman, you decide to give us this bitch? Masking insecurity my ass, figuring out his place in the world is such bullshit. This is the fucking Joker of all people. The only insecurity he has is the Batman not wanting to beat him to a pulp. He doesn't care what world he's in as long as he's able to spread destruction and anarchy all around. If you're telling me this man is insecure, nah, this man is a bitch. I can't even determine if this is worse than Jared Leto, and that's already a bad statement to make. Fuck you and whoever thought of including the multiverse in this game. I'm tired of everybody sucking the multiverse dick. They drained all the cum from it, and now it looks like a wrinkly old man's cock. Even the MCU is tired of doing the multiverse and wants to move on to street level and X-Men stuff. And I'm okay with that. I want to see more Daredevil and Wolverine. They my goats. I don't really care that Poison Ivy is a kid. It low-key fits that she would come back alive like Groot. I'm not like the rest of y'all who are criticizing this change way too much. Some of y'all are sounding like real pedophiles here. In Arkham Knight, her sacrifice was really dope. Her helping Batman save Gotham was a great send-off to her character considering how many times they've been on each other's throats. The graphics are amazing and look pretty real. I don't understand the people calling Harley Quinn ugly because of her new suit and design. I just think you guys are haters. She's absolutely stunning. Same with Wonder Woman, respectfully.
Look, here's his thumb. It just came off, I swear.
Stefan Minek.
The character designs were done really well in this game. Captain Boomerang's suit is cool and looks a lot like his character. And I can never get mad at King Shark no matter what piece of media he's in. King Shark was one of the best parts of the game alongside Batman.
Yo, it's Arkham Knight! Oh shit, it's actually fire. Okay. Oh shit!
Seeing their design for Superman really makes me question why they canceled the Superman game they had in development. Lex Luthor and Lois Lane are also in this game, and their designs aren't that bad either. They honestly look great. Seriously, they shouldn't have canceled the Superman game. I love both Wonder Woman and Green Lantern's design. They're both my favorite in this game. I like the voice acting from Wonder Woman. It feels and sounds like an Amazon warrior. Her suit is absolutely amazing. I really fuck with it. Good job, you get a sticker. John Stewart Green Lantern has been my favorite Green Lantern since I was a kid when I would watch the Justice League animated TV show. I always wanted him to be the main Green Lantern in the movies. Hal is cool, but John is the GOAT. Flash's design is a pass for me. It reminds me too much of Ezra in Injustice Flash. He's just Batman. There's hundreds just like him. Not to me, he's not. This is Arkham Batman we're talking about. We spent over a decade playing as this Batman through 4 different titles. I have a stronger connection with this Batman than my biological father. Kevin Conroy has been voicing Batman for at least 30 years since 1992 when he started in the animated series with Mark Hamill. It's obvious that they didn't know that Kevin Conroy was gonna die, but it still feels really distasteful that this is his last performance as Arkham Batman, which feels like an extension of the animated series because of how many elements from the animated series and the people behind it were involved with the Arkham games. I'm not saying that they had Kevin Conroy on his deathbed voicing his lines for this game, but I feel like if you really were to kill Batman's character, it would have made sense for him to sacrifice himself, realizing that he's killed people breaking his one rule, and it would fit more with his character that he would sacrifice himself, allowing the Suicide Squad to kill Brainiac. Batman could have been the voice that uplifts these C-list criminals to be something better, to work as a team and function together, and to save the world from Brainiac. Then Batman's death wouldn't feel as tasteless and poor because then you see him sacrificing himself for the greater good, which is something Batman is absolutely about and would 100% do. I know Wonder Woman was kind of the voice of reason in the game that kind of inspired the Suicide Squad, but I feel like each and every member should have done something to inspire the Suicide Squad instead of killing them in such a bland way. I feel like if you had more emotional and story depth to their deaths, it would have been fine, because then at least you get to see the heroes die out like a hero instead of like a punk bitch. This other Batman voice actor posted an article about how Kevin Conroy knew that he was going to die in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I have a lot of respect that even though he knew he was going to die in the game, that he still gave it his all. It feels like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the X-Men movies, because some of them are pretty trash, but his performance makes the best out of it. Kevin deserved a better send-off than this. Batman beat the world's best assassins, restored Arkham Asylum, stopped the genocide, and beat an entire army by himself in one night. But supposedly a brainwashed Batman who kills can't fight the Suicide Squad? He almost wiped them out until Flash had stopped him, and for such atrocities, Batman beats the fuck out of Flash. Arkham Knight had a perfect ending to his character, he was done more bogus than my man Jiraiya. Even Joker in Arkham City died in a more honorable death than Batman. Even Gotham Knights did Batman's death more justice than Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. People are comparing this to Joel's death, but at least Joel's death served the story in The Last of Us Part 2, while Batman's death was just poor and tasteless. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League was in a separate universe. They could have killed Batman without people getting angry. It would have made more sense to make Gotham Knights set in the Arkhamverse since it tells the story of Batman's death with the Bat family, Red Hood, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Robin trying to avenge him. I feel like I'm not the only one who's tired of the evil Superman trope. It was cool with Injustice, but then it got repetitive just like this game. They should have made a Justice League game instead with the same blueprint of this game. Make the online a separate mode so friends can play together as the Justice League while keeping the main campaign its own story mode. And even if they insist on the Battle Pass, it could have worked way better with the Justice League. Adding more Justice League members, levels, and villains with each Battle Pass that releases. You could include Aquaman, Plastic Man, Mr. Terrific, Green Arrow, Blue Beetle, Cyborg, Red Tornado, Hawkgirl, Dr. Fate, Captain Atom, Huntress, Supergirl, Black Canary, Black Lightning, Vixen, Zatanna, even fucking Martian Manhunter. Other villains you could put in the Battle Pass are Reverse Flash, Starro, Cheetah, Lex Luthor, Captain Cold, Bane, Sinestro, Bizarro, Gorilla Grodd, Zod, Lobo, Steppenwolf, and fucking Darkseid. Levels you could add are Grodd City, Legion of Doom, Apocalypse, Atlantis, etc. You get my fucking point. When Batman died, my hope for this game also died with it. Rip to the legend Kevin Conroy, you will be greatly missed, and forever be the definitive voice for the Caped Crusader. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is like the Amazing Spider-Man. There are some good stuff here, they had some solid ideas, but overall the final product was shit. I rate this game a 4 out of 10, and that's just me being generous. I hope you guys liked the video. I know I trash talked the game, but I just personally don't like it. If you like it, that's fine. You know, enjoy what you enjoy. I enjoy more story-driven games than online, and that's just my preference because I'm just more of a person who enjoys a good story. I feel that the Arkham games prior to this have done a good job at that, but this game did not. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you liked the channel, subscribe. We just got past 100 subscribers, so let's get that up to possibly what, like 105 subscribers. Fuck it.
I'm Kevin Conroy. I've been playing the voice of Batman since 1991 for 29 years.
I had never done an animated voice before. I had never auditioned for an animated voice before. I was a stage actor. I went to Juilliard. I worked on Broadway. I worked off-Broadway. I worked for Joe Papp at the Public. I was a New York actor.
You could see the stress of months of auditions just fall from our faces because we had found Batman. It was remarkable.
From a vice president at Warner Brothers, say you are in serious breach of contract. And you have let something out of the bag, and you are forbidden to ever go to a Comic-Con again. What? I said, do you know how much I promote this character? Do you know how much free publicity I give you guys? I love going to the Comic-Cons.
Batman is not the disguise. Batman is who he went to, is what he became because of the tragedy of his childhood. It's where he found safety. It's where he is most comfortable, in that cave.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.